everyone, my name is Andrew, and today we're going to look at Tojima Wants to Be a Kamen Rider. I like this so much. It has a little bit of that hint of child innocence, where a person, you see in cartoons or comic books, whatever you do, and you want to be that person. You want to be the hero. You want to be that person that helps out, but you just can't because life hits. Reality just hits. Um, it gets complicated. Relationships get complicated. Humans get complicated. Interactions get complicated. Figuring out who you are as a person and having that change over time and how much it evolves gets complicated. So today we're going to be looking at it and seeing what goes on. We start off with Tojima, who gets made fun of as a teen. We get that whole backstory of a girl. The delinquents put up a girl to pretend to ask Tojima out. It turns around, bites him in the ass because delinquents from a different school harass the girl. Tojima helps out. Then it becomes like this old-fashioned school thing, like way back when, where it was like in the cartoons, where the rival gang would come, take over, steal the girl, and want to fight somebody. And for some reason, the schools at Tojima's delinquent at Tojima's high school just don't step up, man. They're cower in fear, and I'm like, if there's a gang on your turf and you just let them, you let them. Okay, see, this is what should have happened. Let them. Anyways, Jojo comes out. He basically transforms. He rips his shirt, transforms, and beats everybody up and confesses that he's Kamen Rider, which, to the girl's reaction, respectfully, I understand, runs away in fear and is scared. And we rush past years later until he's about 38, 40, training in the forest to be Kamen Rider until it dawns on him that he can't ever be Kamen Rider. It just doesn't exist. You can be anything you want to be if you're over here manhandling a bear. But he gets the chance to anyways because some gangsters apparently start robbing different convenience stores and stuff like that. And it gets really funny because the B-roll footage for like them punching somebody is the best sound effect. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Apparently a gangster really likes Shocker, who is the villain of Kamen Rider, and dresses up his minions to do so. And he finally gets the chance to see these gangs up close. He puts on a Kamen Rider mask and stops them. This leads into the episode where we meet Yuriko, who is a teacher, but on her days off, dresses up as Tackle from Kamen Rider. And the intro is fantastic because she is flat benching in the Tackle outfit. That is such a power move in an anime. Good God. I really love that a lot. Her backstory is essentially she was a little girl. She watched Kamen Rider, really liked Tackle. Then she discovers an episode where Tackle dies, and the dad is like, "You can become the new Tackle. I believe in you." And to this day, she trains to be Tackle. So they meet up all at once. Basically, Tojima and Yuriko meet basically at a store and see this robbery. They fight everyone off until they actually see a monster there, and they kind of like retreat. They go back to a cafe. Now, I will say this: I am not a fan of. I'm just not a fan of actually having them be monsters, like actual monsters in this. It took me a while to come around to it because how much funnier would it be? Like, legitimately funnier if it was just people that were really into Kamen Rider and just basically LARPing. That would be hilarious to me for some reason. But they end up going to the cafe. They get recognized by the manager, Mitsuba, who essentially wants to recruit them into kind of fighting against Shocker and all the monsters and stuff like that. We get your Kuuso, Yu Yurikosu, something like that. I'm butchering the name, but it's the girlfriend of Mitsuba, who's also a high school student. She attacks Yuriko because she's actually an agent of Shocker. Dun 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 dun. But she gets washed, dude. She gets her butt beat in it. Um, Yoriko's basically sends out a signal, hey, let's all meet here. Mitsuba sees that Yorikoso is Shocker. Uh, then we get a new character called Ichiyu. I think Ichiyu. Yes, Ichiyu is the brother of Mitsuba, who wants to be V3. There's a little spat with Tojima and V3 about or Tojima and Ichiyu, sorry, uh, about being who's more the best Kamen Rider. That essentially gets stopped because we get to see the monster again. And the monster is Spider Space Man. No, it is Spider Space Man. Um, okay, not bad. It's just that that's not the part that's getting me. The part that's getting me is that Mitsuba comes back dressed up as Rider Man, who's also from Kamen Rider, and the backstory is that they were fighting. His brother were fighting for the title of V3. A fight for hours, by the way, and just like Ichigo broke Mitsuba's hand, his arm, to symbolize him becoming Rider Man. Sorry, I sat here for like 5 minutes trying to think of a joke, but that is insane. That is so insane. Anyways, though, anyways, I just sat here just trying to think. I just gave up. Um, essentially, he he comes back, puts a chain around the monster to stop it, and gives a chance to flee. He still loves Yurikoso. She breaks past Spider-Man's mind control and decides to side with the humans. And the monster retreats because he starts seeing too many people. And he's like, I'm not ready to call myself out yet. Then we get the following character, which is the gang guy, who basically does fights for his head of the family. His leaders get iced, but the guy that was playing the monster Spider-Man, let's just say this, he ends up destroying the rival gangs. Um, we get a little bit of a backstory about this gang leader, about his dad abandoning him, and his unfortunate twist. But as he gets killed by Spider-Man, he ends up actually asking to be recruited to be Shocker. And he starts to become Shocker. He ends up saving a stall with his dad in it. And it's a real heartwarming moment. I just wanted to go through it really quickly. Um, we then move on to a Shocker commander, Thunder Reiko, who's taking out other Shockers because they've been resistant to mind control because of love. And we see Batman. No, that is Man Bat. That's not even no. It's Batman. I'm not joking. It is Batman. And he is a commander who levels up Reiko even more by giving him some of his blood. Back to the heroes who wanted to do a tournament. They all train. It's basically a side who's stronger, but also keeps them, on their toes to be even stronger and stronger and stronger and show their love for a Kamen Rider for some reason. But um, I will say I do love each one. So we had Tackle versus Kamen Rider, which is Yuriko versus Tojima. We had Mitsuba versus Ichiyu, and it was super good. It was like really really good. We got to the finals of Mitsuba and Tackle, or Mitsuba and Yuriko. And it hasn't come out yet since I've done this video. It might come out after I've recorded it and done all the editing and whatnot. But the whole tournament was God, it was good. It was really good. But I do like the fact that it is two actual styles, so it's not just brute force. Um, it is judo and aikido basically versus each other, which I thought is really cool. I do love this anime a lot. I really do. The art style alone is so good. It is like another anime. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. I can see it clearly. I actually did a review on it. Uh, it very much reminds me of that because it's got that kind of old style animation that I really, really, really like. Um, it's also just ridiculous, and how Yuriko can also call it ridiculous of like, hey, we don't need to hear your backstory. Just give us like a spark notes and just tell me right away. While Tojima's like, I would love to hear it. And I think that's really funny. I give it 8.9. It's definitely really good. If you do not like the first like two episodes, you're probably not gonna like the rest of the anime because it does follow that kind of flow and jokes and whatnot. But that's it. Now, for any up news for me, I did get my PC. I got my monitor. I've been setting up different games. I'm gonna try Marvel Rivals possibly. I want to go back to playing Mass Effect. If there's any other games you guys have in mind, because might go back and play Yakuza as well, because Yakuza was really fun. Um, I do want to say that I am going to be doing Twitch a little bit more and YouTube Live possibly. I'm going to be on this journey of how do you make a VTuber, because I think it's really funny to try and make a VTuber and just have it be like a funny ass thing. So if you guys want to see that, it'll come up live sooner or later, and we can get started to try to figure out how to make a VTuber, because I don't know how to do any of that. So yeah, if you guys like this, leave a like down below. Comment what you want to see. Any comic book recommendations, game recommendations, anime recommendations, anything like that. Just comment down below and let me know. Don't forget to subscribe. And I hope your day is as awesome as you are. And I will see you in the next video.